This is Head Bustin' Boxing. We are back, and I have a treat for you guys, all my boxing fans. We will be doing a film session, breaking down film on Terence Crawford and what he needs to do and what he can do to pull out a victory over Amir Khan. So let's get started. When examining the two fighters, one thing we must establish out the gate: Terence has never fought anyone like Amir. No one with all the combinations, the attributes that he has. He's fought guys that had quick hands. He's fought guys that were tall and had good jabs or fast feet, but none of them with the complete package that he will be facing against Amir Khan. So we got to establish that out of the gate. And neither has he fought anyone. Actually, Amir might be his biggest fight. I mean, let's keep it real. Even at this state of his career, Amir might be his biggest fight. Now, with that being said, he's going to have to deal with Amir's speed and length. And as we see right here, Amir can keep his opponents off balance with his speed.
He's landed some stiff shots.
And it's not just his speed. Look at his jab. Just nice, stiff, quick jab. Just keep his opponents frozen. Now let's see how Terence do against someone as quick as Amir and Gamboa. See how Gamboa is freezing him up with his feints and his movement. Terence isn't quite as accurate as what we would normally expect from him.
Gamboa got a little surprised by the pop in that hand.
So Gamboa was able to keep Terence off balance somewhat with his speed and his footwork and his movement. Terence was still able to tag him a few times, but like I said, you can definitely see he's not quite as accurate as what we'll see later on in the fight. Now let's look at him versus Hank Lundy. We see sort of the same thing. Lundy's movement is giving him problems. Somewhat effective. Now we see him switch over to the southpaw. That's something else Amir is going to have to deal with. Terence will switch over to southpaw. Now let's look at him back in the orthodox stance. Still able to use that jab. Still able to counter and whatnot. But like I said, you see he's having a little bit of problems with the movement. That's going to be something he's going to have to adjust to. Now we see him fighting in the orthodox stance. Now let's take a real close look at him in the southpaw stance, because actually Terence probably fights better in the southpaw stance. I think he's a little more accurate in the southpaw stance. Now either stance he fights with, he's going to have to establish his jab. That's number one. That's the first thing he's going to have to do, because he can nullify Amir's jab with his. And Terence has a beautiful jab in both stances, but when he's in the southpaw stance, he just gets into his zone. Let's look at him. Nice and crisp. And look at his footwork. Now let's look at how he can throw off Amir's timing by using feints with his jab. Now, as you can see,
your observation is right on the mark.
Look at the beautiful footwork. Now, as you can see, he throws a feint, he throws opponent off balance. See it over and over again. He switches up the cadence of his jab. Sometimes he'll paw it out a little bit, other times he'll snap it.
As he was spinning,
he can do a lot of damage with that jab. Sets up everything off of his jab.
Actually, in the southpaw style, that's the right cross, and that's his power shot.
Always keeps his opponent off balance.
Either way. Totally ambidextrous, but he stayed. Except
when he got his feint and his jab down, he can set up that straight left And not only can he set it up with the jab, but he can also pull the straight out of nowhere. Just off of the fact that they're so off balance and the footwork that he uses. He can step over to the side and slide that straight in, like I said, almost out of nowhere. That's boxing at its finest. Look at his footwork. Notice how he'll slip to the right to set up his footwork or his position to put leverage on the straight right. On the straight left. Just keep setting it up over and over again. Bam! He almost killed Jeff Horn. And watch this. Bam! Something that's very important that we must take into consideration. Also, is the fact that Amir likes to lead off. He likes to initiate the action. Now, for Terence to nullify that, he's going to have to, like I said, get off first. You don't want Amir to be the first one firing off, especially early, because he's harder to counter early because he's fresh. He gave Danny fits, and Danny is a pretty good counter puncher, but he gave him fits early. And poor Zab just didn't know what to do with him, so Terence would definitely need to get off first. That would be key. Watch how Canelo dealt with him. Used the jab to back him up. Kept him off balance. Now let's see Terence do the same thing with his opponents. Keep the jab cracking out. Snapping that jab out. Keeping his opponents on their back foot. Amir does not fight well on his back foot. So that's something Terence will definitely have to do. He'll have to lead off, initiate the action. As long as he does that, I think he'll make easy work out of Amir. But if he tries to sit back and wait and counterpunch him all night, Amir is gonna give him some problems. Most fighters cannot fight well going off of their back foot, including Amir Khan. He's no different. Now, something else that Bud is going to have to do, he's going to have to get to Amir Khan's body early. That will make the fight a whole lot easier if he's capable of doing that. I see how some of Amir's opponents did that and came up with some success. Now, let's watch Bud do his thing going to the body. And he's an excellent body puncher. Excellent body puncher. Look at that straight to the body.
By the way, with all that said, there's only 2 points in my score sheet separating the two fighters.
Beautiful straight to the body.
Like I said, it's a great counterpuncher. He has a good right hand.
Nice 1-2 to the body.
Hockey look in his face, doesn't he?
Well, it takes him a couple rounds usually,
And he just, he almost killed Jeff Horn. I mean, like he punished him. Now watch this one. Double jab to the body. Another straight to the body. This is my favorite right here. Bam. He actually yelled on that one. Now, once Terence has slowed him down with the body work, I can see him being able to counter Amir a whole lot easier at that point. Let's look at Canelo hitting him with some counter punches. And Canelo's a beautiful counter puncher, and I think Terence is on that same level, if not a better counter puncher. So I think he should be able to do the same thing once he slows Amir down. And look at some of the beautiful counter work he's putting in on these guys. It's beautiful.
Great foot movement by Terence Crawford, getting in position.
Straights. Check left hooks.
Just beyond his measurable height.
As this kid Gamboa is very quick on his feet and with his hands.
Some of the best counter punching in the game. We're seeing right here. Oh my goodness. I mean, he can do it setting it up with the jab. He can catch you coming in. I love his jab with that right hand. I think his right jab is better than his left. And that's another thing. Amir doesn't fight good going backwards. Like I said, if you can back Amir up, he doesn't throw punches going backwards. And a lot of times when he goes backwards, he goes back in a straight line. And with Terence long arms, he might actually get caught going backwards. He should be circling around, but when he gets in trouble, you can tell Amir isn't really a thinker in the ring. And let's watch Terence make his opponents retreat. See how he engages though. Like I said, he's always in position to strike, always. So this is going to be a big key in the fight if he can back Amir up and keep him going backwards. Like look at Pascal, and he's actually a good boxer, but going backwards, he has nothing. And Hank Lundy actually can box pretty decent off the back foot, but that's not his best tool. Terence made Pascal look really bad. Now, like I said earlier, Amir will fade down the stretch. That's just what he does. And once that happens, he's going to be more flat-footed. And him being more flat-footed will be him being more likely to engage. And when Terence has a sitting target, it'll be the same thing as what you see right here. He'll tee off on Amir. He's not the same fighter when he's in close range and not moving around. In the middle rounds, he's a whole lot easier to hit. Now look at that. Danny flattened bow, and Canelo, like, I thought he was gonna retire after that. And as you can see, yes, Terence definitely has flash power. Even if he doesn't have knockout power, he's a killer. And when he gets you hurt, he's gonna finish you off. That's what he does. Gamboa showed a lot of heart that night. A lot of heart. I'm actually a Gamboa fan. I hated to see his career turn out the way it did. I would have loved to see a prime Gamboa versus Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko might have took him though. Gamboa got a lot of holes in his defense. But once again, we see how Terence does when he gets you hurt. You're not going to escape. You better hope the bell is about to ring or something, because if you got seconds on that clock, he's going to finish you off. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. If Amir fades, which I believe he will, he's going to get beat. If Amir has to fight going backwards, he's going to get beat. Really, it's only one way Amir can win, and that's going forward if Terence sit back and let Amir box all night. If he's able to do his little in and out style, he's going to, I'm not saying he'll win like that, but I do believe he'll give Terence a hard time. And the one thing you don't want to do is go to the scorecards with Amir Khan, because it's very hard to win rounds against him. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think, have I seen him get outboxed by anybody for 12 rounds? That Lamont Peterson fight might be the closest thing I could say to that, but I don't think Lamont outboxed Amir. I think Lamont made it a dog fight, and that's something Amir isn't really equipped to take part in. Like I said, Amir's best shot is for him to be able to lay back and jump in and out and throw his little machine gun style combos in and out, in and out. Now, with that being said, if Terence allowed him to do that, he still has the chance of countering Amir and maybe taking him out that way. But if he wants to outbox Amir, he's going to have to be aggressive. He's going to have to make Amir fight on his back foot, and he's definitely going to have to win the battle of the jabs. And I will also hope, which I believe he will do, he's going to have to go to his body to slow him down. Those are the keys that I think are to the fight. And the biggest key is, will Amir Khan fade down the stretch or come middle rounds? But anyway, this is Head Busting Boxing. This is all. I'm done. It's actually 3 o'clock in the morning, so I got to get me some sleep. I'm out.